It is now on. The volume is now. Mr. Kanahachi, have you talked to your victim at all?
Oh, Your Honor, this was 2006, 2019 case. The phone number that we had, no one could service, and then I tried on ad or my OIC, we have no.
So we don't even know if he knows about today's proceeding.
I don't think so, but, Mr. Brown did indicate that they had a different number, they didn't share with me, or that the defendant and the complainant is still in contact, and she told him that she was.
Oh,
It is what it is.
okay. Well, then let's just get the defense attorney back here. You have the number for the defense attorney, Madam Clerk?
I do.
Can you call the defense attorney and the defense attorney come back, please? This looks like I'm all dressed up with nowhere to go.
I was 40. I'm emailing him right.
All right. You don't have a cell number for him. Who's the defense counsel?
Brian. Again, it said it failed.
What email do you have?
dbrownlaw@outlook.
Yeah, outlook.com.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a phone number on here for him. So let me give it to you.
Okay.
It's 313-671-4139. Hey,
You off mute?
yeah, I'm off mute.
This is case number 198560. People of the state of Michigan versus Dejon Peterson. Scheduled bench trial. Appearances for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Alexander Turner Hodge, on behalf of the people, P81844.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Brian Brown, P80560, appearing on behalf of Mr. Dewan Peterson. Commissioner Wade is present, Your Honor. I think he had confusion as far as, like myself, as far as the time, and I do apologize for it. I have been in communication with Mr. Peterson. However, I could not reach him today. He's been calling me a whole bunch, especially about his tether situation. So, Your Honor, I would respectfully request his presence.
Well, clearly we couldn't waive his presence if we're having a bench trial. The issue is, are the people ready to proceed?
No, Your Honor. The number that we had in the original file for the complainant is no longer in service. I have contacted the OIC, and I have tried to ask for other alternative phone numbers. There are none, and this is a 2-year-old case. So at this time, we are unable to proceed, and we don't anticipate.
All right, well, let me ask this question, people. When did you get notice that this case was scheduled for bench trial? Right. And at that time, why is it that the officer in charge, we didn't get a detective out to try to find this person?
I attempted, we did send out a letter to the last known address. The last known address is just a phone number.
All right, and do you know if the letter was received?
I have no confirmation, but I do recall a conversation with defense counsel that it seemed as though the complainant wasn't going to appear even if she did.
And Your Honor, just for the record, I spoke to the complaining witness. I've physically seen the complaining witness, and she's expressed to me multiple times a desire to not come up, to not show the court. And I said, hey, the prosecutor could, theory, put out a detainer for you. And she, to my understanding, didn't hear.
Was she ever served?
No, Your Honor, about that.
We had her address. No one went over there physically to serve a subpoena? Well, that would explain probably why she's not here. And there's nothing I can do if she wasn't served because she's not under order of the court to be here, which is an issue with the people. So, defense?
Your Honor, we would just respectfully ask for the case to be dismissed.
All right, case will be dismissed. I will indicate, and this is an admonishment, and we will be sending this information to court administration on how this was handled. You all had an address. Somebody should have personally gone over. The court rules require that she personally be served. And that's what should have happened in the first place. If you had an address, she should have been personally served. The court can do nothing because she wasn't personally served. Now, if she was personally served and said she wasn't coming, the court could find her in contempt. But she wasn't even served. So that being the case, you all knew this case was coming up in 2 weeks. And if you knew that your client, that your victim did not want to proceed, that should have been communicated. And this case should have been dismissed if you knew that. So we don't just not do anything. If we're not going to dismiss the case, then we need to make efforts to bring the witness. Don't waste the court's time. And that's what has happened here. We have so many people in jail and people waiting to get in here to get cases. And then the court administration has to go through all this to set this up to get here to where everybody knows except the court that this case is not going, and except court administration, it's unacceptable. So yes, this court will be sending information to court administration about the way this case was handled.
And Your Honor, just for the record, and I can't say this when you need, certainty, but, the complaining witness may have been, ducking communication from the prosecutor's office and possibly the OIC. That's sort of my understanding that she was saying that she, not going to answer the calls or not respond back. So
That has nothing to do with personal service. The OIC was responsible. There should have been a subpoena given to the OIC to attempt to go out to the house. Now, if she doesn't answer the door, that's different. But the statement, the answer I just got is that they never went out there. A letter was sent. That's not proper service. You can't mail a letter. Check the court rules. That's not proper service. You have to personally serve, which means somebody was supposed to personally go to the house. Now, of course, if they get to the house and she doesn't answer the door, that's a different issue. But that's not what we have here. So there was no attempt to personally serve her, which is improper. So, that being the case is dismissed. You said the defendant has the tether on?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, I guess that tether will be coming off, and he's probably still with the victim, so, that being the case,
Can I have an order, Your Honor, because you,
we're doing that right now.
okay, he previously removed, his tether, but it was some mix up as to the paperwork and it didn't get to the system.
I just signed the order, Madam Clerk, to make a copy of it for you. All righty, everybody have a good day. I see Miss McLemore on the call, although she's in the wrong room.